How we doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Getting Jiggly with I'm Will, and today we're getting played with a little bit of a Flamecraft, little cute little dragons. So the Flamecraft Dragons and Dragons expansion, of course, is releasing and out to most people. And I've never played solo, so I figured, why not? Let's play solo and throw all this stuff together. According to the rules, I'm not supposed to do that, but that doesn't make for very good gameplay. So I did it anyway. So that said, I'm going to go ahead and flip over. I'll go over the little, the new expansions that are added. There is one that it says don't add at all because I don't think it'll actually work with solo. But let's go ahead and flip over the camera. So here we are. Again, I was saying this weekend was the weekend of large table hogs. I guess it's just the entire week because this is the entire playmat. It's necessary and unnecessary at the same time. So we have our shops. I am playing with all of the replacement starter shops. Again, probably not supposed to do that in solo. Solo, even your shop deck is supposed to be very specific shops. But I've got all the promo stuff, so we're going to play with all the promo stuff. So now we'll go through the second thing with solo, of course, is I'm not playing against other dragons. They are currently out here on each of the starter shops because when I draw from the deck, that is going to say where the dragon goes, and then they basically just block or cost me resources if I want to go to the same spot. They also auto enchant basically every single turn, so that will make these go away and they're not available for me. I wasn't a total chaos, a dragon of chaos, because I did keep the purple cards in instead of the gold ones. So the purple ones are right here. I am using the new, let me see if this will go down here. Low will. Nope, I guess we'll stick with low mid. It doesn't matter. All right, so we're playing with the Han dragon. So he is one of the new dragons. It comes in Dragons and Dragons. He is the only one you can use in solo because the normal solo rules you cannot use a dragon. He gives you the ability to reserve one of these. That's why I went over him first, because normally the bot, or the dragons that I'm going against, they're just taking these no matter what. So if there's one that I know I've been working on, I can go ahead and slap down a coin to protect it. The second thing that it added, nope, I don't think I have that one programmed. We will slide him over so I can show them all. All right. The second thing that gets added is this Elder Enchanted. So in solo, there are very specific cards that you are going to be able to use at the beginning. Just like the regular solo mode, there are unlocks. I've never played solo. I've never unlocked anything. The only thing in the regular solo I did do the deck. So it doesn't have the ones that aren't supposed to be there. But again, I didn't do the shops. The shops have all my shops. But same thing here. As you play, it'll let you add the additional cards. So what these are is when you do your enchant action, I guess we got to keep them up here. When we do the enchant action, if we pay these additional resources, then we can gain this card. We basically gain the ability or the effect as well, which is gain one dragon, and we can fire it from our hands. We don't have to put it down to fire it. This one here is we can draw two of the fancy dragons, and then we may pay one good each to keep them if we want to keep them. So let's slide this back over to where I had it. That is probably not even close to where I had it. We will find out when the webcam comes back up. So that is the first thing we added. The second thing we added, kind of see over here, is a change to the pond area, I guess the park area. So what happens here is when taking a dragon into your hand, 1 time per turn, I may fire it instead. So when a card or an ability says take a dragon, instead of taking the dragon, we can just fire off one of the dragons that are here. That way we don't have to actually draw it if we don't really want it. If the ability says take 2 dragons, then we do have to take one of the 2 dragons. The second dragon has to be taken, or third, or however it may be. So that is the second expansion. The third expansion we cannot use. And this double dragons. So, you know, this entire game, they like doing the play on words for all of the locations. So this is double dragons. The reason you can't use this one is because you need to be able to put 6 here and they're wild. So getting the bot to go here, I guess, is not possible. So it really wouldn't do anything. It'd make, I guess, an unfair advantage. But basically each spot can have 2 dragons on it. Same fill up rules apply. And you get to fire them all off. So like that could be a big firing off if you get that 6th dragon in there, because you're going to be able to fire off 5 different dragons on that one. So we can't use that in solo. These are our achievements for both solo and regular. The other thing we have are dual dragons. So you can see one dual dragon did pop out. Same thing in solo. It recommends that you start with the gamer dragon. So there's a list of dragons per each thing. So see here I can put it in the middle. So there's cozy, gamer, gifty, horde, and sweet. Gifty is most likely never going to be put into solo because solo doesn't do well with gift actions. But as you unlock them, you add sweet, horde, and cozy, I believe. I don't believe you get to add gifty. To add, oops. Oh, it doesn't tell you what you unlock. It unlocks in the manual. But I do know that the other ones do get unlocked. The other thing I'm playing with is a promo. Let's make sure we covered everything in Dragons and Dragons first. Parts and Crafts, yes. Elder, yes. High Dragons, which are the dual dragons, so they have 2 abilities. Double Dragons we covered, and Companions we covered Han as the new companion, so we covered that. The last thing is another promo, and I actually have a bunch of these. We were going to give out for Extra Life the other year, and we didn't get a chance to before, you know, we did before we got them or after we got them or whatever. So I do still have these. I think I'm going to do these for Extra Life one year. But basically, where'd that card go? Where'd the card go? Here it is. So during setup, we place this shop face down on the shop deck. When a shop is revealed, fill its slots with dragons from the Artisan dragon deck. When all 3 slots are empty, replace this shop with the next one. So basically what's going to happen is when this is revealed, it's automatically going to put 3 dragons on the bottom. So this will be our first shop that we reveal. And then when we put our dragon here, we can take a dragon, you fire and place it in any shop, ignoring icons for the 2 times reward, and then when empty, replace the shop. So basically we can take a dragon here. It basically gives us a second dragon draw section versus just the 5 that are here. So this is Spacecraft. Of course, it was a crossover one with Andromeda, but you could also get this in the last campaign because they had a promo pack where you could get all the previous promos, including like the Dice Tower promos and all the other promos. So I actually have duplicates of that as well. So if anybody didn't get the promo pack and just has this game, maybe a retail game, I'll have that promo pack as well to give away at some time. Just leave a comment down below and let me know that you're interested. All right. So that is pretty much it. Been a while. I'm probably gonna be a little bit rusty. I did watch a playthrough of 3 because that's what I do. To learn how to play a game, because you definitely don't want to learn how to play a game from me. Was I supposed to start with any resources? No, I think that's only in the higher player counts. All right. So my starting dragons, I have Tender, Graham, and Olive. And then I have Lyric. Lyric is a new fancy dragon, and he's used only with the Elder mode. So basically I gain 1 reputation per completed Elder dragon, and then +2 if the most. So I'm guaranteed to get the +2 because the bot doesn't do this. He's probably not supposed to be used in solo. Don't care. I wanted to show him to you guys, so I showed him to you guys. All right, so we're gonna put Lyric down there. Let's go ahead and zoom back out to the full board. If somebody wants to see something, just gotta let me know in chat to zoom in. I keep forgetting that I can zoom in, and I don't have my keypad set up, so I have to manually do it. All right, so that objective is for that, which means we're gonna need some meat, potions, bread, meat. So we need meat. So let's start out with meat. There's some meat down here too. So we're going to go, where'd meat go? Meat is down here. Oh, I can't put meat there. Yeah, I can. I'll put the meat here, which gets me a coin. And then, I guess I should put it up here so you guys can see my resources until I put a shop there. And then I get 1 meat, 2 meat. Hopefully I don't run out. I only grab 1 of the resource trays. So 2 meat for placing my dragon there. And then fire off his ability. Place a dragon. Place a dragon in town, right? Yeah, so I just basically get to place another dragon in town. Yeah, so gain the goods and dragon listed, place a dragon, gain the reward. I can fire off 1 of the dragons there, which is place a dragon in town. So let us gift a good to another player to gain 2 influence. Let's go ahead and do Graham. And let's do Graham over here so we can get another fancy. So this is Boo Boo. +1 reputation for each good you have, 2 or less of at the end of the game. So I want to try to get rid of all of my resources with Boo Boo. Right? And since I placed there, then I get these resources, which is 2 gems and 1 bread. And then I get to fire off a dragon there. So I can gain 3 different goods or draw a card. I've only got 1 card in hand, so I think I'm going to draw. I think we will go ahead and go with the new Hydreigon. So in the solo mode, you refill this immediately, but you don't refill this until after the bot goes. So now that is gone. Now the bot is going to go. So we start in the top left, and then we go around clockwise. So it's going to go into the first diamond or wild spot. And then it is a diamond, so it's going to do one of these 2. This gets me the most points, so I'm going to do this one. And then we tuck that under, which is, you know, fun because now that's more valuable. You guys can't see it, but this has a maybe I'll move the shops. This is supposed to be the original layout of the shops, although that might affect the bot. So now let me leave them where it is. I was going to move it so you guys could see all of the starting shops, but that's fine. All right, and then end of the round, so that goes there. Then back to me. All right, so I can do a leaf, which will fill this up, which will give us a new shop. I also forgot to put my dragon there, and I need to put the crystal dragon there. I got to remember to place the dragons. These shops do have abilities, so I can actually activate the ability as well. I may use the shop ability if any. Did I want to use that shop ability? This shop ability was run reputation for -1 reputation for 2 food. So yeah, why not? Why not get the free 1 reputation for going there? Which I think I'm just going to do that again. That way I can fill it up, get me another fancy dragon, get us a new shop, which will be the space shop. So we get 1 fancy dragon. 2 reputation if you have 3, +3 if you have the most bread. So I need at least 3 bread, but Toasty conflicts with Babu. Because Babu only wants me to have 2 or less, and then Toasty wants lots of bread. All right, and then I gain 1 meat, 2 meat, 1 leaf, 1 meat. So 3 meat, 1, 2, 3, and 1 leaf. So I have a lot of meat. So if I get a second meat, I can do this. Yeah, I just need 1 more leaf for that. So gift a good to another player to gain 2 reputation. So I only need 3 meat, so I'll do that. I will gift a meat to gain 2 reputation, and then I'm not going to fire off that, so I'm going to gain another 1 reputation from the location. And then we put this down here. this doesn't flip until the end of the both people's round as well. So that doesn't refill to the end. All right. That was my turn. Yeah, I was already there, so I didn't need to worry about moving. And didn't need to refill that. So lavender, no potion, no potion. Goes on the wild again. And then the lavender dragon actually goes there. This is the only potion available, so that goes there. That is a potion haven right now. We go there and make lots of potions. All right, so let's refill this. Let us flip this over. And we get 3 dragons. 1 dragon, 2 dragon. I need to remember that I recruit these dragons. I have to remember that. This is a recruit station. All right. So I only have 1 dragon. Is there a way I need to draw more dragons? Who does the draws? Are any of these a draw action? Plus heart, or get. So all of these basic ones allow me to lose a reputation to get resources. It's a coin, fancy dragon. Oh, they're all fancy dragons. So I could go here, which allows me to take a dragon. This would, if I complete this, I have to pay her a resource. But I needed another leaf, right? And I can't go there. So I can if I get flint. So let's do that. Let's go over here. I'm going to take flint and take a dragon, and then you fire and place it in a shop, ignoring the icons for 2 times the reward. Take dragon. You fire it. You fire it in my hand? Oh, fire it when I put it down. Yeah, okay. So ignoring rewards, but again, I want leaves. Oh, but I can't. And this doesn't give me leaves. This just lets me put that there. So that did not do what I wanted it to do. I didn't realize it was. Let me double check how this is worded. I don't even know if this is worded. No, it's not really clear. All right. Although I also, to do this, I need another bread. But again, I'm not going to get bread. I'm going to get iron. So this could be a lot of iron here. If I go back here, that gets me another one of those. Or I can put it there and just see what shop comes up. And I get 2 times the reward. Oh, 2 times the reward of the shop. Because you're still placing it in the shop. So I still get the shop effect. So place the dragon. Then I get the 2 times the rewards in the shop. And then I have to fire him. Yeah, so 4 leaves. Right, 4 leaves. Four leaves. 2 anvils. And 2 gems. And then we fire him off. Gain 2 of 1 good from the shop or dragon here. So I get 2 more of a good. Need a lot of diamonds. I need 3 diamonds. I got that. I don't have a potion. I have this now. And smoke gorgon. I don't have any potions. And I need a lot of anvils to do that one. So let's get some extra anvils then. I don't know why I was coughing right before the stream and coughing now. Okay. I think I did that right. Let me double check. All right, let me double check that when you fire off a dragon and place it somewhere, you get you get to activate the shop from the newly placed dragon. Place a dragon. Once you place a dragon, fire a dragon. Page 14. Place an artisan dragon. You may place your dragon on an empty slot in town with the matching icon, including at the shop you're visiting. You gain the printed reward on the slot. Okay. Swap with another one and fire up the new dragon. Ignore the icons in the shop involved. This does not count as placing a dragon. Does it say place? Okay, so this doesn't specifically say place. This says place it, which means I did place it, which means it does activate. So place activates, lavender does not. Yeah, because he's same thing. He says place a dragon. If you use that as the fire action. Yeah, so I did that right. All right, so we do get a new, because that's full, we will get a new village. Do I want to reserve? I think I want to reserve that. I'm going to use my ability. I'm going to pay my 1 coin to reserve that, which means I can't use my guy anymore, but I've already got that completed. I do want to do this or this at the same time. So I think I do need to get 1 more bread before I do this. Although I'll get the bread when I do this, because I'll be able to go there, get my bread, and be able to do both those at the same time. So that's good. All right. So we want a potion. She's just taking all the wilds. And there are no purple, so I don't have to worry about that. All right. So now back to me. I need to go to the bread though. I need to go to the bread and place. Oh, we do need to flip this over. So cute. That is not helpful. Where's bread? Oh, bread's way down here with me. Okay, so I want to go to bread, and I can place any dragon here. So I guess I'll have to place Venus. So we'll go here, place Venus to get a coin. And coins are considered wild resources, so I can use them for anything else on a turn. And then I place a dragon, gain a reward. Now I'm going to gain the goods listed. So 1 bread, 2 bread, and something of my choice. I got 2 bread. Oh no, because I can't do this if I'm placing a dragon. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I want meat or leaf. I need more leaves for this, so let's go with the leaf. All right. So I did that, and now I get to fire a dragon. I can either draw a dragon or place a dragon in any slot. Gain 2 reputation if it matches the slot. I can't place any dragon because I have no dragons in my hand. So we will have to fire off the draw a dragon. So get 3 different goods, gain 2 of 1 good, swap with another dragon and fire it. All right, so where do I think I want to go next? I need meat to go here. I'm actually going to come back here, but I'm not going to. If this is full, then I get to fire everything off. That's a potion. Oh, I forgot to move this here. When I put that there, and that actually would have given us another shop. So actually this would be revealed. This is the Lucky Lake, so it's a Lucky Ducks promo card because it's the Lucky Lake, Lucky Duck. It's got the ducks down here. And it's got, what do you get? You get combo spot, which is cool. 2 coins, 4 reputation. That's not bad. So I can either take these, or I think I'm allowed to take from the top. But maybe the swap, because at least I could go here and get the fancy another fancy dragon. Yeah. All right, so we refill the dragons. And then the bot goes, which is a leaf. So she's going to go to the first wild spot. And then she's going to do the green. Where's the green dragon? Green dragon. And then the green. I'm also probably not playing optimally because I'm using all 6 dragons because I'm playing pink. So pink is an extra dragon. I don't think it's normally considered for solo mode. So this is probably a little bit more difficult because she can have enough dragons in pretty much every spot, right? With 6 dragons. All right, so she did that. Right, and then end of round. Right there. Will-O-Wisp, so another one of those combo ones. All right, so now I think I want to fill this up first. Oh, I forgot. I was here, I get one reputation. There I didn't get anything. All right. Do I want to do her before I enchant, because then I can fire off a full. I think I do. I think I want to go ahead and play her first. So that gets me another fancy dragon. Chonkers gain 1 reputation for each unique good you pay. And this is an any time. So basically I can turn that in whenever I have to pay multiple goods. So like this one, I only pay 2 goods. I'm paying the leaf and the meat. But like this one, I'm paying a diamond, leaf, and bread. So that would get me 3 reputation there. So let's keep this one here. So I know that's a during game one. At least until I put a shop there. All right. So I can fire off one of the dragons, swap this dragon with another dragon in town, and fire it. I guess it's like, what resources do I want to get? All right, what do I have? I've got my 3 and 2, so that takes care of that. And then my enchant. Oh, I place that there. I need to get all my resources first. So I get 2 bread, 1 potion, and then a meat or a leaf. I think we'll go with a meat because I'm going to be spending all the meat. Okay. And then to complete this, I need 2 bread and a meat. So I'm making a sandwich. And then for the next one, I have this. So I have a diamond, 2 leaf, and 3 breads. Okay. So whatever I put down here is going to fire off. So I don't want to fire her off. I would rather fire off maybe another draw card so I can get 2 draws. Or do I want to fire off and get more resources? I think 2 draws. I have no dragon. So we're going to fire her off and swap her with Graham. So Graham comes over here. And then I get to fire Graham because that's her ability. So I get to draw a card. Let's go with, I guess we'll go Cutlet. All right, so we refill this. And then the bot goes. All right, so diamonds goes to there. And nope, that's the steel dragon. Diamonds. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. All right. So, and then she's going to do the Mirror of Truth. Didn't want her to do the Mirror of Truth. So the diamond one over here has 2 of the 3 enchantments it can get. Okay. So, now it's my turn. All right. So we're going to enchant this one with the one that we were saving. So that is 2 and 3. 1, 2, and 2 of those. So that gets us 4 reputation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, earlier I should have got 1 reputation for the starter location. I keep forgetting that because you don't use it normally. You don't have that. And then I tuck this under here. And then, because I did that enchantment, I can complete the Inferno Stone with my meat and 2 bread. And then I draw 2. And then I get to keep 1. So after I enchant, gain 2 heart per enchant of the same type in town. Okay, so if I can do the diamonds, that'd be good. 2 reputation if you have 3, so this is end of game. 2 reputation if you have 3 plus 3 and have the most. So the problem with that is that, again, is just like Toasty contradicts Babu. I would have the most, so I'm guaranteed to get plus 3. It's weird. This is one that it didn't tell you to remove from the game. Maybe I do forest and I ignore Babu. Babu will just be like extra points. I mean, this will get me 6. This will get me 5. I think I can do this. Well, no, I don't have a... I think I can do this though. So let's do that one. This one on the bottom. Okay. I just need to get, and then I need to hang on to these because those are used for something in the solo scoring. Refresh that. And again, we do not refresh this for the bot. The bot does not get us to refresh for them. Oh, and now I get to fire off the dragons. So draw 1. What do we need? How many full shops do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've added 1, 2, 3. Oh, I filled this one up and forgot to add a shop here. And that was my previous turn, so it'd be flipped over already. So that is Guilty Treasures. I need bread, or... So since I get to draw 2, I think that's what I'll do. I will draw Loaf and Sledge. Give me some variety. And then fire this one off. Gain a dragon, or place 1 dragon in any slot. Gain 2 reputations if it matches the slot. So we're definitely going to do that. Do I want to do 4 reputation? I think we're going to do the 4 reputation, right? That makes sense. We do 4 reputation there. So that gives me 4. It matched, so I get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now with the Dragons and Dragons, that does say that your scores are higher for the achievements than the standard game. All right. And that told me to place. So since I placed, I actually activate this. So I get 1 bread, and then I get to fire the dragon. So I get to draw another dragon. So I guess we will just do Sapphire. All right. Refill our dragon. That was a big turn for 1 enchant. So we've got Calzone here. Ooh, and Matcha. Oh. Well, at least those came out. So if the bot draws the high dragons, then it stops on either one it hits first. So in this case, it's a potion and a leaf, so it just stop at the potion or leaf that it runs into first. All right, so we have a leaf. It's going to stop at this wild, which it already is there. That does give us our last shop. Or no, hang on. Oh, a shop can go there. We'll put that shop there because currently this is my player area. I want to put a shop here. All right. So you don't use these 2 shops in solo. You only use the main 8. All right, and so she went here with a green. So she's going to take the Will-O-Wisp and put it here. Although if I remove this, that does give us another shop there. Okay. All right. So, back to me. Where do I want to go? So this gives me straight reputation. I need... Oh, refill these. Come on, I want a diamond or a leaf now. Either one of those are diamond or leaf. All right, so I could I could do this actually right now. So I can do this. So that's three smithing irons and 2 bread. And then can I do that? Yeah, 2 bread and a leaf. Can I do this one though? Actually, that's better. That's six points. Yeah, diamond. That's what I was working on. Yeah, diamond, 2 leaves, and 3 breads. So I actually can do this one. Right? I need something else. There we go. And then I could do one of those 2. So I can either gain a dragon and fire it from my hand, or gain 2 more things. Oh, I could have kept both of those. I just needed to pay a good for each one of them. Why not just keep them both? Right? I just needed to pay 1 good each. So we will pay a diamond and a anvil. I don't want to say iron the first time, anvil. All right, so I've got a lot of these. Yeah, I've got a lot of these now. So I think I want to do that one. So I just need a potion and a meat, which I have. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over here to the meat dragons. We get +1 for that. We are going to, oh, nope, sorry. Yeah, I still get to do the location ability, right? Now, you only get the shop ability when you do the regular action. Okay. So we're going to enchant this with 3 different resources, right? Which is, we're going to do that. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's all of this. So this enchants with this shop down here. Get under there. And then we're going to complete this one with the meat. It's a meat potion because those are tasty. And I can draw 1 dragon. Draw 1 dragon from the deck. You may place it. Gift 1 card. Gift 1 good for 3. Swap 2 goods for any goods. I think this one will do him. And fire it from my hand. So the firing, I draw a dragon from the deck, and then I get to place it. So let's. I don't get to fire it. I just get to place it. Oh. I just feel like this one works because it matches both symbols. So we're just going to do that. Get us 2 wild coins. I could do 2 wild coins, or I could do 2 reputation. Now coins count as reputation at the end of the game anyways, so it's kind of a net the same. All right, so that was my turn. Put this down here as a collection. Got a collection of stuff down here, and then we completed this. So this goes, I guess, discarded. Let's discard it for now. All right, so the bot has to go. So she hasn't, who hasn't gone yet? She hasn't pulled a meat dragon yet, and she hasn't pulled a steel dragon yet, and she hasn't pulled a bread dragon yet. All right. Speaking of meat dragon. Oh, that one's been sitting there a while. So there's the meat dragon. And then she's going to do one of the meat ones. Whoops. Now I get to choose. It's not like she goes left to right, or she chooses the one with the most points. I have a better chance of completing this one, so I'm going to do this one. And then it's going to go, this is the only meat location, so it's going to go there. And that's it. So now it's my turn. So if I do the 3rd meat, oops, I got to replace these. Oops, I forgot to replace dragons for her too. I don't know why you replaced the dragons for her. Because technically she wouldn't have drawn that dragon, because that dragon would actually have been out. So, oh well, I don't think it matters too much. All right, so if I want to do the meat, I need more bread. I don't have enough bread. So let's get us some bread so we can do this one. Hope she doesn't get that one. So then we can do this and we can turn in this fancy dragon. So we want bread. I do have a bread dragon because I can't go. I could go here, but I wouldn't be placing a dragon. So bread or meat. Whatever I place it as, though, whatever I say it is. So here, this needs a leaf and a meat down here on this bottom. So I would actually count as a meat, but there is a bread dragon. Is that the best place? That gets me 2 coins. I can put it here, which is a wild, which then I could get 2 bread, which wouldn't be bad because these two are technically worth the same amount, and that gives me a backup plan. So let's do that. Let's put this in the wild. Oops, we got to move over there first. Lucky Duck. We're going to Lucky Duck Pond. We get 2 reputation. 1, 2. And then we get 2 bread, because I said when I put that down that was a bread. Right? We get to activate the location if we choose to. May pay 1 matching good to each dragon here to fire them. So if I paid their good, then I could fire each of them. So I'm going to fire Calzone because he allows me to draw and place in the same turn. That just makes sense, right? So let's draw. Oh, forgot to flip this over. So much to remember while I'm trying to stream, do all this for you guys. Oh, and that was a bread location. Hang on. Would I rather go here? I'd rather go there. Sorry, Loaf, I'm leaving you. I'd rather go here because see, this is 4 reputation instead of 2. It still counts. I still get the same 2 bread, but I get now 2 more reputation. If I would have flipped that, I would have done that. Place a dragon in this shop to gain money instead of reputation, or take all dragon if full. Oh. So you could, if this is full of dragons, you go over here and take all those dragons. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So I could get Calzone back, basically. And then it says you can gain, okay, instead of the reputation, you can gain the coins, which again, the coins are wild. The coins count as in. Right. So that gets me 2 bread, which I already got, right? And then I'm going to fire him off still, because now I have to, because he's the only one there. I get to take a dragon and place it. 3 different goods. I do need leaves. I need more leaves for my end game, and I need more bread for my end game. So, do I have a leaf location? Well, this is, like I said, this will just give me 3 of any good. This will just give me 3 of any good, which is fine, I guess. Because this can give me 1 leaf. This could give me 1 leaf. That I'd have to go to get all those leaves. These are the only places I can place until this shop comes out. Make sure I'm not missing a shop again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hang on. 1, 2. Should I have 12 shops already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we placed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I guess I filled up another one at some point and forgot to put one out. I don't know which one that was. So yeah, we should have our last one out. All right. So I don't necessarily need my player aid down there, so we'll just put my cards down. All right. This is Dragon Alley, so Dragon Alley. All right. I don't know what dragon to pick up though. I mean, I guess the diamond, so then I can just take 3 resources that I want. Yeah. Yeah, so this will just let me do 3 of any that I want. So I get to immediately place it, which means when I place it, I get all the resources of where I go. That's why I wanted the leaves. It doesn't say that I can ignore symbols. I do have this new location here. Oh. Leave 2 gold to gain rewards and visit another shop, or take all of the gold here. Oh, this one doesn't. You don't even play dragons here. I forgot. This one you don't even play dragons. You basically just take golds, or take gold or leave gold. I don't remember how this works though. 2 dragons. I think you just activate this ability. So you can activate the shop and then you choose. I forget how this works. That's the only thing, is the promos didn't come with like a player aid that said how the promos worked. Because I don't think that was an original shop. Oh, no, they did. They did, sorry. What am I talking about? No, that was the starter shops. I don't think there was a thing that explained all of the promo shops. Yes, it is the Artisan Dragons. Huh. Let me see here. Shops. Bazaar, Draconic. There it goes. Dragon Alley is a base game. Okay. Artisan Dragons cannot be placed in the shop. You decide to leave coins here. Place 2 coins from your personal plus supply on an empty double coin space. Okay. So you put it on the double coin space. All right. So you're putting coins here instead to gain the reward. Okay. That makes sense. So where am I putting Moonbeam? I grabbed Moonbeam and I still haven't put her anywhere. I can't put her there. I can put her here and get another fancy dragon. And then I get some anvils, which would work for this one as well as a backup of my backup. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll place her there. So I get 2 anvils and a diamond and I gain 3 goods of my choice. So I want leaves. That's why I got her in the first place. 1, 2, 3. Because my end of game objective is I get points for having leaves. All right. So that was my turn. That was another one of those big turns where I don't feel like I did a lot, but I did a lot, I guess. All right. So meat dragon. So it's going to go there. And the good thing I did my backup because it's going to take this one. Unfortunately, that's the one I wanted a little bit more because of my turn in, right? I need 3 of a kind before I turn that in. I don't need, but that's going to give me the most points. So that's a little disappointing. I do have green. Green can get to 3, and then that will score. So that'll work just as equally well. I forgot to refill this. Maybe let me know. I filled that. So that's fine. All right. I did it again. I drew her card before I done that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more dragons. This is the end of game timer, or that is the end of game timer. And then we get 1 more round after whatever timer is triggered first. This timer you're never going to hit. So now I can do my enchant. Let's see what we get as a replacement. Ooh, Joe Forgeman, so George Foreman. I do not have any meat, so I cannot do that. So this one I can do, so I can get that and turn that in. So I think we're going to do this. Oh yeah, place the meat dragon. Where'd meat dragon go? Oh, here it is. Place him down here with me. Keep forgetting to do that too. There's a lot to remember with the solo, even still, because like again, I'm trying to do the stream, trying to tell you guys what I'm doing and think my faults, so a lot to keep up with. So let's do this. So we're going to go here. We're going to enchant the orcish orchids. So 2 diamonds and 3 of those. Put that there. That gives us, we're going to turn that in, so we gain 2 per, and there are of the same type in town. So technically, if we had like another area that had more green, like if I would have wait longer, I think I don't want to wait longer, but if I would have wait longer and say some bread ones would come out, and I could get 3 bread there and 3 bread here, then that would actually be 6 for a total of 12 points. But I think we're good with those 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we're barely halfway through. So the threshold in the original game is 75. And in the expansion, I think it's like 89. It's much, much higher. All right. So we did that. Now we're going to come up here and do one of those. So I can do the bread. I can do the bread leaf. And I can also do the bread anvil. So the bread leaf allows me to get 2 more fancy dragons. This allows me to draw a dragon and fire it from my hand. Let's do the bread leaf. Let me maybe, because I don't have any objectives that I'm actively working on here, because these are all end of game. So now these are going to give us points because of lyric, so that's good anyways. And I can draw 2. So end of game, 2 if I have at least 3 diamonds, plus 3 if I have the most. So again, that I'm guaranteed those 3 points. So let's spend an anvil to keep that one. And then if any 2 shops, so this is in a daytime, if any 2 shops have all 6 dragon types, gain 6 reputation. If any 2 shops. So this one has 1, this has 3. And then I need one that's got lavender. I need lavender, what do I need? I need lavender, I need potion bread. Which one am I missing? Potion, bread, and meat. So I'll put a potion here, then that completes that. Yeah, it's gonna be my best bet. So I want to put a potion there. All right, I'm gonna keep that one too. We'll get rid of another anvil. Okay. All right, now I did that. So now I haven't even fired off everything yet. So now I get to fire this off. Gift a good to another player to gain 2. Sure, I'll get rid of an anvil. Take another 2. Gain 2 of 1 good from a shop here. Okay. This one maybe? So I already have the 2 anvils, so that's good. I'll get 2 diamonds. And then gain 3 different goods. Okay, so earlier it should have been 3 different goods instead of 3 of the leaves. So I'm not going to fire her off to compensate for that, because earlier I would not have been able to complete something I did with the leaves because I would have had them. So we will not fire her off for that reason. All right. So now it is the bot's turn. Oh, she's going to go here though automatically. I hope this is a potion dragon. If not, I'm gonna have to do a swap. I can do a swap. If I put a potion dragon lets me swap. It's a potion dragon. Which means she is doing this potion here. All right. So refill. All right. So I can immediately turn this in. Have 2 shops that have all 6 dragons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So turn that one in. All right. Now what do I want to do? I need to complete one of these. I've got my. I have my. Oh, she took the one I was going to do. Little ant, what are you doing? There's a tiny little ant. I don't know where he went. He went and hid inside the bushes. All right, so I have 3. So maybe I go for this. Try to maximize this. Sets of 2. So if you have 1 set of 2, you get 0. So you're never going to turn a 1. If you have 4 sets of 2, you get 8. So if I go here, which is where I am, and not, I mean, I won't be able to place a dragon, but I can gain the resources. That'll get me the 4, and it'll get me a lot of leaves. And the leaves are what I need at the end. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to stay here. It gets me 1 reputation. And then I'm going to gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves, 1 anvil, and 1 diamond. And then I get to fire off a dragon. Gift good to another player to get 2 points. Gain 2 of a good here from the shop or dragon. Or then Camilla gain 3 different goods. So let's do Camilla, get 3 different goods. So we're gonna get we're gonna get a meat. Because I need to finish these, right? So I need that actually. I need bread and an anvil, which I already have. Let's get a meat, a potion, and another bread. Because say she does this, then actually I need meat and bread to do the same thing here. Or I need meat and potion. I need lots of meat. Or I need another potion for this. But it has to be 3 different. So I think we'll stick with that. Alright. So, her turn. Alright. So it is, okay, either the first bread or diamond we run into, which hits the wild here. So you can complete a diamond or a bread. I'm going to do this bread because I want that one. This is going to go... We're going to put this one way up here because I don't feel like messing with down there. So, there we go. And refill. Oh, actually, no. There's only 1 card here. This is going to trigger before this. But we've been completing a lot of these. All right, so I'm going to go. I got to get this done then. So I'm going to go and do this. Doesn't matter which shop. That shop I would have to pay to go to. So I'm going to come down to this shop and do it. Well, hang on. Which dragons do I want to fire? This one I get to place a dragon in town, draw a dragon, and swap dragons, and then fire it. And this one's just draw, place any dragon. If it matches, gain 2 reputation. So that'd be 2 reputation. But I could always swap her with him, fire him, and then place one. Let's do that. We'll go here. We're going to pay the resource, the gift of giving. We're going to do this. So we got 2, 4, 2, 4. So that's maximum. If I can get them separated again. Right, that's my leaves. That's my diamonds. So that gets me 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll tuck that right there. And then we will complete this one with a anvil and a bread. So I get to gain a dragon and fire it from my hand. So let's go ahead and do this one. So gift a good to another player to gain 2. And technically, I don't even need to put them in my hand because I'm not going to use them for anything. So I'm going to fire them from here using the Matt's ability. So basically, I gift a good. Let's gift a anvil. I don't need anvils at the end of the game. To gain 2. 1, 2. And then we're going to fire these off. Draw 1 dragon from the deck and place it. So... what do I need at the end of the game? I need bread, diamonds, and leaves. So let's do her. And we will put her here. So we placed it, so we get 1 coin. And then gain 3 different resources. So like I said, I need leaves, I need bread, and I need diamonds. Well, that doesn't refill until the end of my turn. Then we are going to place a dragon in town. So this will give us lots of bread. I don't have a bread dragon. Anvil. There. Meat, which will give me bread, or diamond. Plus meat and coins. This gets me the 2 potions. I'm not going to, which would be here. But then I wouldn't get the leaf. Huh. Our shops are almost full, man. I think we'll go here because we'll get the most out of it. Because there's no wild spots, so it's not like I can put sapphire out. Although I'm placing, so I do get to activate. I do get to activate the dragon too. Yeah, so let's. Hang on, let me double check on his that I'm placing and I get to activate that dragon too. Place. You can place a dragon in an empty slot in a town matching, including a shop. Gain the printed reward. Okay, so you just gain the reward. Okay, so you don't fire that dragon. Okay, so we'll just be gaining the rewards. So let's go ahead and do sledge. No. I want this one. I want this one. Let's do cutlet. So we gain the rewards. Are the resources rewards? Oh, maybe I've been messing that up too. I don't think the resources are rewards. 8. Place a dragon. Once you place a dragon, gather goods. You may also place one or two into dragon's icon must match. After placing a dragon, gain the rewards on the slot you filled. Okay, so my dragon gets the resources. So I've been messing that up the whole time. Every time I've placed a dragon, I've also gotten the resources. Dang it, that didn't help me like I wanted it to. That's a boo-boo. Alright, and we'll fire off the last one. Swap this dragon with a dragon in town and fire it. So we're going to swap with Venus. Put Venus there. And we're going to fire off Venus. Place one dragon in any slot. Gain 2 if it matches the slot. So we're going to place Sledge here. So we do get the 2 coins. And then we gain 2 reputation because it matched the slot. Alright. That is now my turn. Alright. So now it is their turn. So they're going to the first green. And there are no green, so it's going to go upside down in the first available slot. So that's pretty much it. I mean, they can't place anymore. That's going to go out. They don't get one final turn after my turn. And since it was face down, there aren't any greens anyways. So this is now triggering the end of the game. So this is my final round. All I have is Sapphire. So where can I go to maximize my points? I'm thinking that dragon. I think the green one. Because that's going to give me a bunch of leaves. Because I can't complete any of these. And I only need 3 leaves now that I think about it. I only need 3 leaves, 3 bread, and 3 diamonds. I don't need, it's not per, I only need 3 of each. So there's somewhere I can go to get a diamond, a leaf, and a bread. It's diamond and a leaf. Diamond and a leaf, no bread. 2 breads. This one I can get a diamond and a bread. Might be the best. Diamond and a leaf, but I gotta pay to go there. And a diamond and a leaf to go there too. I guess it really doesn't matter because I think no matter what, I'm just only going to get 2 resources to do that. So is there anything I could do that gets me more than 2 points? I could come here and spend my coins to get 5. Then I'm sacrificing 2 4 points. Well, a single diamond's not going to do it. Now that I'm looking at this, a single diamond is not going to do it. I need 2 diamonds. 2 diamonds, and a leaf, or bread. Although, can I use a coin when final scoring? I think you can use coins for the fulfillment as well. Let's see here. Fancy dragons. Fancy dragons. Where are fancy dragons? So this is another one of those things of mine. I think this book is way too big for what it is. Fancy, no, where's fancy dragons? Overview, visiting shop, gathering goods, filling a shop, earning rewards, fire dragon, gifts, enchanting a shop. Oh yeah, there's seven of a good type is your max. I'm not sure if I ever hit that. I probably did. Fancy dragons, here you go. Ability lets you score a dragon during the game. You can't score it again at the end of the game. Each plague and fancy dragon rewards are used by abilities. No limit to the number of fancy dragons you can have. Each dragon has a specific goal. Probably not, because at the end of the game, like I said, coins are used for scoring. So I would almost say that you can't use the wilds then. You can only use the wilds for completing the tasks. Where is coins? Yeah, coin. Gain this many coins. Coins can be spent or gifted as any good while paying for an action. Okay, while paying for an action, so not completing the card. All right, so I need 1 leaf, 1 bread is going to be my best bet. But I can't get 1 leaf, 1 bread anywhere. That was my conundrum. I get 2 breads, 2 diamonds, 1 leaf, multiple leaves, and 1 diamond. So technically 2 of these are not going to score me, no matter what I do. Right? So, since 2 of them are not going to score me, minus the I'll get for having the most, so I get that 3 points. I have 8 coins. So if I were to try to do this, so I would have to spend, but I'd only get 8 points, and I'd have to spend pretty much all of my coins to do that. Yeah, I'd have to, for pretty much all of those, I'd have to spend all my coins. Where I am would get me a lot of bread, but no diamonds. Well, I could get 1 leaf. I'd get 1 leaf, which is all I need, and I get a bunch of bread. So I'm gonna I wonder if I've been messing that up too. Place a dragon. Nope. Okay, visiting a shop. Start your turn, shop anywhere in town, and move your player token. You must choose a different shop. So earlier when I stayed in the same shop, that was a no-no. So I'm actually going to, because of the number of mistakes I made, I'm just going to forgo my last turn just to compensate for that, for those points. Because yeah, I shouldn't have been able to stay here. I should have gone somewhere else. You have to visit another shop, which is maybe what hurt me, because I wasn't gathering the goods every time I went to the new shops. So we will do end of game score. So I gain 8 for my coins. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I gain 1 heart per completed. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I have the most, get +2, so 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And then my fancy dragons, other ones, +1 for each good that I have 2 or less of. So 1, or +1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. +2 if I have 3 diamonds. I don't. +3 if I have the most diamonds, which I do. 1, 2, 3. Don't have that, but I have the most. 1, 2, 3. Don't, but I have the most. 1, 2, 3. So that is that. So I have 77. I don't think that is enough for the expansion. So basically the way the scoring works is once you have completed, you need to be within a range, right? And then to be able to unlock things, you need to be at a certain level, right? New Knowledge of Dragons, a new table to check your score and see what award you won. Okay, so this one doesn't have the score requirement. This one you just have to play with the different expansion stuff. In this one, in order to unlock anything, you needed at least 75 reputation, right? If you're 75 to 89, you get 1. If you're 90 plus, then you get 2. So nothing in here can be unlocked. And if I were to play this as a campaign, I don't get to add any of this new stuff that you can normally add. From this one, you get to unlock 1 per time. You're only supposed to play with 2 modules at a time. I played with 1, 2, 3. I played with all 3 modules. But basically, give till it's hurt. If you have 3 goods and no money, then you can start playing with the Team Gifty High Dragons. I did this, show me the money, have more money than goods. No, I didn't. 2, 4, 6, 8. I had an equal amount, so I didn't have more. That would let you play with Team Horde. Play with Parks and Crafts, which I did do, so I could unlock Team Sweet. Shrieking Eels, 3 of the same type. So each 1, 2, I think I had like 5, but each one of these has a type. So earth, stone, scale. So you just have to, the types I think are in the thing. So you would have to have 3 of the same type. That would require you to focus. You'd have to know that that's what you're trying to go for the achievement. That allows you to add 2 more into that deck. Snuggle up, play with the Elder Enchanted, which I did, so I could unlock Team Cozy. And then Starry Nights, if you complete 6, which I think I said, what did I do, 4 or 5, then you can add 2 other ones in there. So if you vary it up and focus on one, basically you could unlock everything in 6 games. And then same thing here, right? Depending how good you get, you could unlock everything and say you're a master, which is 90 plus, that's gotta be hard. It would take you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 11 achievements, so that would take you another 6 games roughly. Although they can be unlocked separately. I would imagine playing with the expansions and that would make that a lot easier. All right, so let's go ahead and do, we'll do first impressions on the new stuff. Yeah, because we did a full first impression. So if you want to know the full first impressions of Flamecraft, you can go check out that video. That is a 2-player playthrough. For the solo mode, I think the solo mode works well. It's just there is some upkeep and management you have to do, which is normal for most solo games. So first, we'll talk about the components. So everything that Cardboard Alchemy does is a high-end premium experience. This expansion did not introduce anything new premium-wise. It just introduced the new modes. I guess premium-wise, it did introduce a new player mat. So you do have this new player mat you have to roll up inside of the box. Same problem as most player mats. It is stitched, so you have that benefit. But it does have this, you know, because of what it is, it starts to bow. So, you know, you got to pull it out and deal with having a curl, which happens across the board. They did have some additional dragon minis in the campaign, and I know they've had them on their website too. I didn't get them. I painted these. These look beautiful. I like the pearlescent. I'm not going to go through that madness again with as many minis I have to paint, but those minis look just as good. Nothing to do with the gameplay. I did notice a slight variation, as usually happens, in the back of the cards. So if that bothers you to know that some of these are from the expansion and some aren't, be aware of that. But again, that's normal with most expansions. Otherwise, though, the components are great. I mean, it's a top notch. Again, everything I've got is Kickstarter, so it is the deluxe edition. The retail edition, instead of the fancy bits, you get cardboard. But again, has nothing to do with the expansion. Mechanics of the new expansion. So the first one is the Elder Enchanted. I like that. It gives you another objective to aim for, which is really good in a game like this, solo or multiplayer. In multiplayer, because somebody might take what you were aiming for. So now you may not have the resources to get the maximum points on that particular one, but hey, there's a backup. And then the backup gives you another benefit as well. You get a reward or some kind of, you can get dragons or more fancy dragons or whatever, right? So I like that. I did like that. The Parks and Crafts, I used it once, but I think I used it once just because I was using it in the playthrough. It wasn't because I cared to use it. I think this is situational, when you would use it or not. It doesn't impact the game to actually include it. So, include it. The Hydragons, I really like them as well. They all have very unique abilities that are similar to their counterparts. And I really like using them. It gives you more variability in terms of where you can place them. And then it has a lot more that you can do with them if you use them to fire off. So I did like the Hydragons. Double Dragons, I can't say nothing about that because, of course, I couldn't play with it. But I could see where that could be handy. It could be a big resource generator if you go later in the game. The promo cards, a couple that went out, like the spacecraft, that was interesting. There's other promos around. The solo guy, he was nice because at least you have a companion now in solo. It is good to reserve. I did reserve one, but I wasn't paying attention, so I can't remember whether two of that same color and was reserving it a waste of my reserve. Because I do know that the bot did take one of my dragons once. So it's very possible that I could have made a more optimal play. So I think it's useful. At least you have a companion now. So that is the new mechanics. The difficulty. So this game isn't difficult. It is a simple worker placement. There is some strategy in figuring out how you want to complete your tasks. Now, when it comes to solo, though, that difficulty scales with your capabilities. Because again, if you want to unlock all those achievements, you need to get up to 90 reputation. I got, I got 27. Oh, actually, I would have been able to unlock. I can unlock something. I got 27. I watched One Stop Co-op Shops play. I think Jason did that playthrough. I think same thing. He ended at like 75-ish, somewhere around there. So I think for most people, when you first play, you're going to be scoring kind of low. So you have to figure out the puzzle of optimizing your score. Now, was I unoptimized because I was playing with all my promos and expansions? Yes, I did that for you guys. Maybe if I play base like it tells you to, or maybe if I played with the gold objectives, I'd be able to get a higher score. So that's to each their own. The objectives, I've mentioned this in a lot of games. I get the point of objectives or achievements in games and unlocks in games. It adds replayability for those players that want that. A lot of times it is in your solo type games, or I mentioned Dice Throne missions in my top 50 games, in the top 10 of last year games. It encourages, it's supposed to encourage replay. For me, I feel like it is artificial replay. It's like when I get a video game and I'm an achievement hunter, right? I am an achievement hunter by video games. And in order for me to get 100% on the achievements, they force me to replay the entire game again, right? That's just not fun, because you feel like I bought in this board game, I bought all of these promos. I bought all these new fancy dragon promos and I got them in my Kickstarter, and I want to play with all of them at the same time, but I have to unlock them. So I have to play 6 games. It doesn't feel good. I mean, it feels good. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, did I unlock any of this? It's cool. It gives you that thing, but Maybe that's just, again, a content creator thing that like, okay, when am I going to play this another time to unlock those things in solo? Because if I were to play this again, I'd play with Audrey and we'd play multiplayer and we'd get to play with everything anyways. So that is neither here nor there. So that's kind of the fun at 2 or the fun at 1. It was fun in solo. I would, if this was a game where I was to pull out because I felt like playing it, I would have fun playing this in solo. I think the achievements aren't going to be my driving factor of do I play it solo. I was going to just mix everything in, but then I felt like, no, let me make sure I set up most of it the way it's supposed to be so I can at least talk about it, what I'm currently talking about. So last thing is the theme. The theme in terms of like what it is, the cute dragons and you're going and helping people. I really like, right? The art is charming, the art is beautiful. It brings you into that world. So I like that theme. Do I feel like I am doing what we're doing, right? Being artisans and helping the artisans with our dragons? Not so much. I mean, I'm placing a card to have something happen, right? I'm going to a shop and I'm not having to put a leaf character on the bouquet shop. I'm not having to put a meat character necessarily on the sandwich shop or bread, right? I can put a leaf character because that's what it wants. So I think to a small degree, some of the theme is lost there, but it's not unenjoyable, right? I enjoyed it. I said dragons, I'm moving dragons, I'm placing dragons, I get to play with cute dragons. That's fun. So, all right, guys, that is my first impressions of the Dragons and Dragons, as well as technically the solo mode for both the base game and Dragons and Dragons. So that's a 2-for-1 review there, or 2-for-1 first impressions. If you want to see more gameplay, any gameplay, this gameplay, make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, hit the bell notification, that way you know when I go live. Leave a comment down below with whatever rules mistakes I made. I know I picked up a couple of them as I went later on, so my score technically is maybe 20 points lower than it or higher than it should be. I don't know. I had fun. That's all that matters. But until next time, guys. Peace.